so what we're gonna do, foodie family, we're gonna make a medium steak right now. Now I got a little quick story on how I actually started eating medium steak. So my parents always made well done steaks, like, you know, shoe leather steaks. Every single time you bit into it, got food all up in your teeth. I honestly thought steaks were supposed to taste rough. Like, that's why I hated steaks when I was growing up. So I used to work at a restaurant, a nice restaurant here in Houston, and I remember working all day. So if you're out there, you know, servers out there, you know, I worked a double. I worked about 12-hour shifts, and I'm exhausted. And we had this server that was in there, and he just got finished marinating the steak all day. He's been there for not as long as I've been there all day. And he had a steak and he marinated because he did something for the chef that day, and they allowed him to have a steak. So I'm like, man, that steak looked good. He was like, man, you want some? I was like, man, just give me a little piece real quick, you know? So I was like, all right. So he gave me a little piece, and when he cut into it, now on the outside it looked perfectly cooked. Everything was good, juice on the side, everything was good. And when he cut it, the thing started moving. Now, at that time, I didn't eat rare steaks. Rare, medium rare, none of that. It had a little pink in it, I didn't want it. But I already asked, and I was starving. And, you know, I grew up in a way where if you ask for something, you better take it, you better eat it. So I remember taking the piece, not giving any facial expression or whatever, and I put it in my mouth, and I bit into it, and it tasted like butter. The thing was amazing. The juices, the flavors, everything tasted amazing. And I was like, damn! You know, and I'm thinking it's just the marinade or whatever. And he's like, oh man, I get mine medium rare. And I'm like, oh shit. I ain't never had this shit medium rare, but this shit was so good. So ever since that day, I went ahead and I started making my steaks. I would make them like medium well. And then I went to beef. And I went to medium rare here and there for a little bit, but I prefer like a nice medium steak. It could be slightly rare, but a nice medium steak, and it's amazing. So what I'm gonna do for you right now is I'm actually gonna make a medium steak. I'm gonna show you what I do to always make it perfect. All right, let's go. All right, you know, so first as usual, we're gonna start off with this beautiful. This is actually the deco side of the steak, so it's a beautiful steak with the deco side. I'm gonna cut this in half. I used it for the other side for a well done steak. Kosher, your butter, your garlic. We also have Worcestershire. I'm going to use that in my compound butter. And then you also want a nice little thermometer so you can get the temperature correctly. Alright, so let's get it going. Alright, so first thing you want to do is you want to salt your steak. You want to put a lot of salt on the steak. Now I've already salted the steak before, and I had it set, actually sitting in the oven. But you want to also take all and pat it dry. Make sure there's nothing on this thing, completely dry. And you want to make sure it's nice and salted everywhere. Now, normally what people would do is they'll take their garlic and they'll put it on right now. We're not going to do that, basically because I don't want to burn the garlic or the butter or the pepper in the skillet. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this later. But we're going to let this chill out for about 10-15 minutes so that salt can actually seep in a little bit better and get it going. While we're doing that, we have the oven, and it's going to be put on actually 400 degrees, and the oven's going right now, and then we're going to get the skillet scorching hot. So I'll let you see that video in a second. So the first thing we want to do is we want to actually have softened butter. It wasn't softened at the time, so I melted it a little bit, but I don't want it completely melted. We got some rosemary that we're going to just do a quick rough chop on the rosemary. There we go. Nice rough chop. Doesn't have to be too small, but I do like it small. Smaller if I can. Nice rough chop. little bit of pepper, and some of that W sauce. Wait. I'm gonna mix this up a little bit. And this is gonna be our compound butter. So this butter is just gonna sit here and chill for a while, all right? All right, so on this stage, what we're gonna do, we're gonna add a little bit of oil. You really do want your steak dry, because we're trying to get a nice sear on it, and we want to make sure it's dry. We also want to make sure this is scorching hot. So we put the oil in there right now. Put the steak in. Really want to put it in like this. Keep it on one side for at least 2 minutes, and I'll show you what that looks like.